got a 5-minute recap of the recent Maryland hearings that happened all over the state about the toll increases. Because if you missed it, it was a phenomenal, come on up Betty, a phenomenal example of how the community can turn out if they are turned on to an issue that involves their liberty, their finances, government, taxation, freedom, whatever. But it was just a phenomenal thing. It was a great way for Campaign for Liberty to get our word out, to see the people that were able to come out and upset about it, something enough to actually react and come out and be at these hearings. So Betty's got a 5-minute report. You can do it in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
On the hearing. So Betty Labrun.
Thank you.
Betty.
Hello, Patriots. Before I forget it, our dear friend Tony Pissarro sends his love and best regards to our beloved Patriot family from Quinjock, North Carolina. May I give him your love and best regards too?
Yes.
Okay. And I always ask about his health. His health is good, and his little dog Rocky, the health is good, and he's going to be heading down to another place in North Carolina, a little bit farther south, working very hard on a campaign of a certain young candidate that he's all fired up. He said he's working harder than before he retired. So, but he's very fired up about it, very enthusiastic. So he's doing well, thank God. I was one of the few people that testified at 3 locations, 3 different counties. And I imagine by the 3rd time I appeared before that panel, they probably were saying, good Lord, she's back. I gave the same testimony in Dundalk, Baltimore County, and at Havre de Grace. Some of you were there. Dave was awesome. But I decided to go down to Berlin, Worcester County, where my niece Gail lives. So I stayed over at her place, and Gail also testified. If I can give the beginning of my testimony, because I thought, I'm going to change it this time, so I gave it just different. First, I introduced myself, and then I said to that panel, I said, my mother's people arrived in Talbot County from England in the 1660s and 70s. I wanted them to know I had an Eastern Shore connection. So then I had the microphone turned and I talked to the people. The panel was in back of me. I said, Marylanders, listen to me. We're now living under soft tyranny in this state and this country. That term comes from the brilliant Mark Levin. Read his book, Liberty and Tyranny. Our government is not mowing us down with tanks or forcibly arresting us. No, it has imposed soft tyranny incrementally, sneakily, one little step at a time, in secret sessions behind locked doors, middle of the night, passing bad laws that we, the people, don't want, including the abominable Obamacare. When I said that, the audience erupted in applause. 300 people in that auditorium. Stephen Decatur Middle School, almost filled. And I thought, aha, we've got a group of patriots here. So I'm going to give you one more paragraph. Then I said, soft tyranny, the ever-increasing power of federal, state, and local governments to dictate every aspect of our lives. What light bulbs we may buy, what toilets we may install, what house paint, and requiring a black box installed in most new cars to track us, coming soon. Welcome to Orwell's 1984. Big Brother is here. Make no mistake. More applause. I mean, the audience was very, very receptive. So I talked about it, and I asked the governments, the Democrats, I said, how's a one-party state working for you so far, Democrats? How's it working? And then I listed Maryland's woes, dead last in new job creation, as you know. So I listened to stuff. I talked about the sanctuary state for illegals. And I reminded the Democrats, I said, it's no longer the party that my parents and many of yours belong to. No, it's been seized by hard left radicals whose agenda is world socialism. Socialism doesn't work. Cuba, China, the Soviet Union. Oh, that's right, there is no more Soviet Union. The people rose up and said, freedom now. So anyway, I said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And toward the end, I promoted Pat McDonough's Toll Fairness Act. where the governor and the legislators are required to vote for or against toll increases. This, as you know, Havre de Grace and Harford County, it is going to absolutely just suck more lifeblood out of us, especially up here, people that have to go to work and so forth. It is absolutely dictatorial, very heavy-handed. So toward the end of my little talk, the thing went ding-ding, and my time was up. I said, I'm not finished, and I kept going. So anyway, but he wants to stop the rating of the Transportation Trust Fund, and I talked about an unelected panel of people appointed by the governor. Anyway, so I said, and I turned to the panel, I said, toll increases now? No, no, hell no. You know why? Because we, the people, say so. I said, you work for us. And then I said, cut spending. If I were a governor for a day, I would say to many state employees in Annapolis, you're fired. I got more applause than that. And I said, God bless America. God save Maryland. And I did soften this. I didn't call them all condescending, smug, arrogant. I said, here's what I said. I'm trying to soften my anger a little. I said, God save Maryland from many in Annapolis, not all of you, but too many of your fellow government bureaucrats who are arrogant, smug, condescending, overpaid, and out of touch with we the people. Like I said, they know me by now, so anyway, and let me say, if they go ahead and push any toll increases whatsoever, I believe that will prove that they are soft dictators. It's a soft dictatorship in the state, and we've got to stand together and keep fighting. And you know what? I think we're starting to win. Yes. Little battles here and there. We have to be, and as Tony Passaro says, the left is very persistent. We have to be persistent too. Amen. So let's hang together, patriots.
Phenomenal job, and she did a great job with the hearings, and Dave Pridgeon just did a phenomenal job with the hearings. Everybody who spoke, just give yourself